これはアイスついてる。
I've been waiting on love to take me in when it can. 'Cause I've been holding out longer than I can stand. Well, time keeps passing and I can't help count every grain of sand. I have found the height of every mountain, looked in the eye of every storm, and I've been waiting on some sunlight to come breaking through my own. I walk the edge of every battle I've cared to fight alone. Yeah. I've gotta know, dear, are you the one I'm fighting for? Said I've gotta know, dear, are you the one I'm fighting for? Sun creeps up, bright shining on my morning skin like a silent hymn. And I won't lay here much longer. Just let me sit and take you in. 'Cause I have found the height of every mountain, looked in the eye of every storm. I've been waiting on some sunlight to come breaking through my own. Always on my mind, always on my mind, always on my mind. You're always on my mind, always on my mind, always on my mind.
I have everything I need this year. This little old house with my loves all held dear. The young ones are healthy and our bellies are full. While the snow is all heavy like the finest of wool. Once I was a traveler when I knew no better. This mountain always sent the sweetest love letters. In this little old town where the Christmas trees grow, where if trouble comes calling, so does someone you know. Send me no ghosts while I'm sleeping. I need no angel on the bridge to feel the warmth from the hearth this Christmas, from my darling and my kids. Oh my darling, there's nothing anywhere. I'll find it for you. You're right. On the list for me, I have everything I want and everything I need. If I'm not the richest man, I don't know who'll be. It ain't Potter in his mansion or the men of luxury. When the snow comes falling, you get closer to the flame. Oh, I ain't got much, and I've got everything the same. Send me no ghosts while I'm sleeping. I need no angel on the bridge to feel the warmth from the hearth this Christmas, from my darling and my kids. Send me no ghosts while I'm sleeping.